Welcome to the SPA Bootcamp, and this is the final video in the Bootcamp series. Wouldn't it be great if you went into any job interview and knew exactly the questions the interviewee may be asking? Well, lucky for you, the final assessment interview for the SPA is based on your experience. So since it's your application, you have a good understanding of what the assessors might be asking. But I also want to give you some clues to this and provide some more detailed understanding of the assessor's intentions and also potential questions they may be asking. I want to also help you so you can be better prepared for this. One of my favorite tips when reviewing a submission or reviewing your submission as a whole is to review it and pretend you didn't write it. And think of the submission as if it's a potential staff member joining the team that you want to hire for a position since you are being promoted and they're going to be taking your position. What questions may you be asking them based on their submission? This is also a great exercise as well to help finalize your submission and think whether you have opened or closed statements. As an example, and I'll provide a bit more context to this, I'll share a simple statement showing this. Now, if I wrote or articulated the following: I have a great knowledge of how to fly planes and have completed many hours of flight simulation at the local travel academy. I have passed the examination that includes taxi, takeoff, in-air, emergency, and landing procedures. While this statement does provide some context, I would rate it as just an okay example, but it could have been written better to provide more specifics to help enhance it as a stronger statement. We could have written it as the following: I have advanced knowledge of flying and have passed the final examination through FCT Travel Academy. I've completed 2,500 flight hours on the Airbus X flight simulation to develop a working knowledge and experience within taxi, takeoff, in-air, emergency and landing procedures for live training at the Austin Air Base. Now, the first statement that we did have, it left too many unanswered questions, while the second statement is mostly closed, such as I have defined the hours, the academy name, the type of flight simulation, and what the experience is allowing to progress to. Now, I want you to think about when reviewing your submission, these statements, is it in written great? Could it be written better? Have you given and shown some more detail to clarify? Are we defining the laws, using legislation, the process, acts, facts, and figures? And the reason why I have mentioned this multiple times throughout the video series is for your benefit, as trying to remember facts and figures about what you did and how you did it could lead to a blank moment or a I don't know or I can't remember statement in your actual interview. What I'm trying to get to you to understand is don't leave it too basic. Put all these details in because they'll help you in the end. With the assessors, before the interview, the assessors will start with your submission and they will get this many weeks before the actual interview date. So they know what you've written, they have a detailed understanding about what you've written and what you have done towards those declared competencies. The assessors, when reviewing, are seeing if the evidence provided within the written submission and if you can actually articulate it to those declared levels within the interview. So if it is written to a level 3, they want to hear about that advice. Or if it's written to the highest level 2, they want to see the processes and what you did. All the case studies should provide actual evidence on your senior profile and the relevant experience towards the pathway, mandatory competencies, and especially ethics, rules, conduct, and professional practice. The duty of the assessors is as follows: to determine whether the applicant is competent to practice as an RICS chartered professional, as they will do this as a structured professional discussion. They also understand that many of you might not currently be doing the technical work, but will often be managing others who do. So questions will have the emphasis on your management skills, with questions on your applicant's career or your career containing mostly towards your recent experience. The assessors are also aware and do take into consideration that many of you have gained experience from other locations as well. And the assessors are instructed by RICS to take a holistic approach and take into consideration and ask questions on a broader experience gained when you have submitted. A point I really want to highlight is that you must demonstrate working knowledge of legislation and are competent to practice in the country that you are being assessed in. And while the assessors are looking for you to mention this, the assessors should be able to identify the mandatory competencies when you discuss it within your career history. So it'll be great to highlight a few of those in there. Now, in the interview, as you probably already know, it is a 10-minute presentation on your career and the application that is being submitted. There's also going to be a further discussion on the 3 case studies and your career, addressing the technical mandatory and senior professional competencies. There will be discussion of CPD if required and discussion of professional ethics. But also as well, the assessors are looking for opportunities to discuss ethical issues throughout. I'm really highlighting ethics here for you because this is a big point. As the assessors are looking to discuss it, they'll be asking you multiple questions pertaining to it to see how ethical you are. So ethics is huge, and I recommend that you understand the RICS ethics, rules, conduct, and professionalism, have done the module, understand how it affects you and how it pertains to you and how you can navigate this. Since the assessors will ask you an ethical dilemma at the end of your interview to see how you can run through it, your train of thought, and also how you can resolve it. Basically, can you follow the RICS way? Now, I do really hope this all helps you. This series helps you in regards to submitting for your upcoming final assessment interview. If you do have any additional questions or anything that you want to talk about, you can contact me or the global team. We are here to support you all the way. I'm Joshua. Thank you for being a part of the SPA Bootcamp series, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.